What up, brand man? I started making music recently, but as a sample-based producer, I can't upload all of my music onto Spotify. Do you think I should only put some of my music on Spotify and some on SoundCloud/YouTube, or keep it all in one place for now? Thanks, brother, and keep up the fire content. All right, so there's questions. This is why I mentioned brandmannetwork.com, actually, right? Where we can get into the details. I don't know enough to really answer this question like I want to, so I'm going to make a couple of assumptions, LUCA, right? There's two scenarios. You said you're a sample-based producer, right? So there's the production answer just as a producer, or are you also saying you produce, but you produce music for yourself as an artist as well? So then there's an artist answer we're more so answering. I'm going to start with the producer answer. As a producer, tell me what your goal is, right? That's what I would ask you, right? But let's say if you're a producer and your goal is to build your own following where people are listening to your instrumentals as a thing, like they do with a lot of lo-fi producers or a lot of EDM producers, and you're trying to build some kind of brand, Spotify, Apple Music, that can have some relevance, right? However, if you're not trying to do that and it's more of a placement game or more just trying to get out to other, or even just selling and leasing beats, then I would use SoundCloud, YouTube, BeatStars, create some kind of funnel. I would go that route. I wouldn't care about Spotify or Apple Music. Only if I'm trying to build my face brand where people are consuming my beats directly versus music in general. I wouldn't care about Spotify if I'm just trying to get placements. Now, if you're trying to get on Spotify, then push the songs on Spotify and Apple Music that are not samples, and then the other stuff just exists on SoundCloud. And I would still try to push the ones I can make music off of over on Spotify. Hopefully, the ones that are on SoundCloud, if there's some heat over there, then try to get attention with that, and then hopefully get to a point of leverage at some point where I can pay for the sample and get it on to SoundCloud. On Spotify, all that stuff. That's scenario number one. If you're a producer, that's where I'm coming from. If you're an artist, then, if you're an artist, one, still definitely post your music on Spotify and Apple Music if you feel like it's ready to be posted. Like anything, because you're saying you have some songs that are samples and some songs that aren't samples and actually could go. If you have some songs that could be on Spotify and Apple Music and you feel like you're ready as an artist because you did say you just started and you're developed enough and you feel like you want to start that process, put that on Apple Music and Spotify, man. Don't worry about these other tracks in that regard, right? You can have all your music on SoundCloud or Audio Mac or something like that, and then you have the music that can go on the DSPs, right? Do that. Now, well, actually, you wouldn't be able to do it on Audio Mac, I don't think, because you would have to check with on the Audio Mac scenario. However, the reasoning behind that is, one, you don't want to limit your attention that you can get just because you have other music that doesn't fit the criteria, right? So yes, you have two platforms. Two platforms is not that bad. I can tell you that it's better to focus on, one type of platform, which is the Apple Music and Spotify DSPs. And I would try to push that music because I'll be able to get the revenue from that music. And I wouldn't worry too much about the sample music because samples, they've ruined a lot of situations having those samples. All right. But if you feel like you have some music that sampled that really is some heat, yet again, this is now just as an artist, not a producer, I would post it on YouTube. Hopefully it doesn't have the content copyright issue, but I would still definitely post it on social media and still try to promote it if, right, that song is so much heat that it will act as my marketing. So let's look at it this way. There's some people that blow up off of a song, and then that song is a sample, and then they lose like 90% of the money associated with that song, or 97% of the money associated with that song. For an artist who, for all intents and purposes, is unknown, right? You're in obscurity right now. I call that marketing. It's still worth that leverage to blow up right? Because every song isn't created equal. Every song isn't a song that can blow you up. If you have a song that can blow you up and it has a sample and you're pretty daggone sure about that, I need to do a full video on this, but let that thing blow you up, man. Let that song blow you up. Now you associate that with a marketing cost that you essentially got for maybe even free because the song's going to pay you back enough, or maybe you're not super rich, but it covers at least the cost of the song and now makes people want to listen to you. So you bring them over here and convert them with the other songs that, again, might not do as much as that first song, but you've broken out of obscurity, right? That's better than pushing some songs that can't ever go and you've never really got known, right? So that's something to think about. It's strategic, right? People say don't get signed, but you might have a strategy where it makes sense for you. People say do get signed, right? And well, what's the strategy that works for you? And or don't be indie. Well, what's the strategy that works for you? There might be a reason that you're doing it beyond just the indie itself. It's the same when it comes to samples and all this stuff. That's why it's so important. I swear to you that to think beyond, hey, how cheap is this ad, right? What's the ROI of that ad? Or is this song sampled or not? There's so many strategies and ways to flip the game. There isn't just one answer, right? So hopefully I helped you have some things to think about since we're not talking directly. But other than that, man, that's it. And that's this episode of Ask Brand Man. Hopefully you guys got some more questions. I'm looking forward to answering that. I haven't been seeing enough questions. I know y'all have to have some more questions. Put them in the comment section below. And that's yet again another episode of Ask Brand Man. And as I mentioned earlier, check out brandmannetwork.com so you can be a part of a deeper community where you can get more answers faster and in more context to whatever you have going on personally. All right. If you like this video, go ahead to the like button. If you like it, you might as well share it. And if you're not subscribed, you know what to do.